Alright boys, we've reached the end of the season. It is a season review, end of series. If you weren't aware, this was supposed to be a little bit longer, but with Moukoko going number 1 to Lyon, and also me going back to work, decided to call it an end of the day today. So today's just a little review about players, and also an idea that it's given me for FM22. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to the last episode of the Dortmund series. I've actually really enjoyed this as a very kind of casual save over the last sort of like 2 months or so. I've not played a massive amount of games, but it's been good to sort of like dive into the transfer window and sign young players. Now, the whole reason was because of the winter update, Moukoko joining the club and, well, joining the game basically. That's obviously gone pear-shaped because of, I would class it as a bug in FM21 where the contract situation you get in Season 2. He's gone to Lyon. He's actually had a really good season for us in the end. 22 goals in 38 appearances, 17 in the Bundesliga, only at 17 years old. This save has really given me an idea for FM 2022. I've deliberately had a year off doing Manchester United. Obviously, Manchester United are my team, were my team, whatever you want to say about the Super League sort of like scenario. But I was looking at bringing them back for FM22 in some kind of way. And I'm thinking that I may go down this route for FM22, do a save with Manchester United and look at signing players under the age of 21. And at the same time, really look at developing the youth as well at Manchester United. So if that's something that you'd like to see in 6 months' time, let me know down in the comments. If it's these sort of saves that you enjoy as well, let me know down in the comments. Going forward on the channel, I've still got my 2 main series with the special one and Bask or Nothing. And then hopefully over the next 2 weeks, I'll be able to get streaming again. Going back to work, so obviously I've had to lose a save. But I've really enjoyed putting this together, and definitely something that I want to do again in FM22. And probably next time, make sure when I'm Man United, I think we've got to try and sign Moukoko, haven't we? If we go Manchester United under 21 challenge, it'll be getting Moukoko through the door. Alright, so the season has finished. Unfortunately, we finished in second. We just died a little bit. We had a really bad spell in April, a really good spell in February and March, 100% record, beating Lazio comfortably, going through to the semi-final, I believe it was. Was it the semi-final? No, it was only the quarter-final. And of course, we lost to Lyon. Lyon is Moukoko's new team, which was really disappointing. And the wheels sort of like fell off. A defeat to Hertha and then a draw to Stuttgart did kind of mean we did finish 8th. Bayern went on a tremendous run, to be fair, at the end of the season. Drawing 0-0, but they did just keep plugging away. We couldn't catch up with them. So we ended up finishing 8 points off. I think it's a decent season. Obviously, Bayern have kind of got themselves together a little bit. Well clear of third place. Only 5 defeats, the same as Bayern, but the draws, 8 draws. 4 of them, 4 at home, 4 away. Not bad points, they're quite big teams. The 5 defeats as well. Paderborn was a killer, and Paderborn and Augsburg, I've got to take a little bit of criticism for because I was messing about with the tactic. Statistics-wise, Erling Haaland is obviously, everybody knows about Erling Haaland and how good he is in the game, but I've really enjoyed watching him. I've also been using Dortmund in my FMP Super League, which is a league I've set up with my Patreons. Links to all that down below if you want to get involved for the Euros, which we're going to start in June. I got drawn as Dortmund, and I've really enjoyed. Haaland's an absolute beast when you're getting going. 44 goals in all competitions last year. 36 in 30 in the first season, but still an incredible player. Up front with Moukoko. Other players that I've kind of learned a little bit about, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from Jude Bellingham. I think he's now coming to the age in the game where I would have probably used him more. Emre Can, even though he's not one of the youngsters, Emre Can has been tremendous for me. A player that I will look at using, especially if his attributes stay similar for like future games. Giovanni Reyna has come into a little bit of quality as well into the sort of like the end of the second season, only 19 years old. The one that I've kind of struggled with is Sancho. He's 5 goals in 31 in the first season. He has improved, 9 goals in 32, 10 in all competitions. But yeah, not great from him. We have swapped positions a little bit. I've not really quite hit it bang on with him. Clubs are interested, which is not surprising. It probably wouldn't have been a deal because the tactic that I'm now using would have probably definitely suits him a little bit more. Players that I've also enjoyed, Luis Bayer, if he could stay fit, if he stays fit, He's a tremendous player. I picked him up pretty cheap as well, boys. 9.25. Get yourself involved in that. Only, 20 years old when we signed him. So, tremendous player. And then players like Arezzo, I've just not quite been able to give any game time to, just because Moukoko and Haaland were doing so well, chasing on trophies. Brobbery as well was a bit of a disappointment this season. Obviously didn't contribute like he did when we won the title in the first season. And then player that I've not really as well, Yusuf Demir, I think would definitely turn into a bit of a whirl. But it would just kind of, this save is just finishing a little bit too early. It's been good to sort of like play another 5 or 6 seasons, but I've just not got enough hours in the day to carry it on. Another player in particular, Vagaman. Vagaman has been very good. He was very expensive for me, but I think a decent pickup if you can pick him up. Very versatile as well. Only 21 years old. And then the goalkeeper, I've played Berkey recently, but this guy, if you can pick him up for what I did, 7.5 mil, I think you could probably get him a little bit cheaper than that. I think he will be a very, very good goalkeeper as well. And then for FM22, I imagine he'll be getting a little bit of an upgrade. Biggest disappointment is probably Badashil. He's kind of struggled. Improved a lot over the second half of the season, but had a bit of a wonky period at the start. 31.5. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for all you guys that have sort of like watched it and commented and suggested players. Definitely something I want to do long term for FM22. We may go down the route of, with Manchester United, I'm looking at already my saves. I've already sorted my main save. The idea for FM22 is I have a main save on the channel that runs 3 times a week. A second save that is very much a little bit kind of relaxed. I'm thinking of now Manchester United, FM22 with the same rules in place, under 21s, getting the youth through. I think that will be a good way to go as like a casual save to start, probably from the beta. And then there'll be obviously another stream save as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know if you've enjoyed the series. If you'd like to see the Manchester United one, let me know down in the comments. Much appreciated. And thank you very much for watching. And stay tuned. Lots on the channel. I've just released a new video as well today. Go check that out. All based on the Super League fallout from the last couple of days. And yeah, next 2 weeks, hopefully announce my new stream save, which will take place on Saturdays, possibly Mondays as well. Which will finish off FM21 quite nicely. Alright guys, take care, see you later.